Hello everyone, and welcome to another very famous chess game of Paul Morphy. And in this game, Paul Morphy is playing with the white pieces, and his opponent is Henry Edward Bird. And this game was played in 1858 in London. And Paul Morphy's opponent, Henry Edward Bird, was also one of the toughest and strongest chess masters for his time. And in 1886, he used his own Bird's opening to defeat Johannes Zukertort. He also played head-to-head against a player like Wilhelm Steinitz. So Bird was a very strong chess master for his time. And once again, Paul Morphy's opponent is not an ordinary opponent like John William Schulten. And Paul Morphy starts the game with playing e4, e5, f4, King's Gambit, accepted, knight to f3, g5, h4, g4, attacking the knight, knight to e5, knight to f6, bishop to c4, attacking on f7, defending d5. A standard defense, so Paul Morphy captures the pawn, e takes on d5, bishop to d6, attacking the knight, d4, defending the knight, knight to h5, and Paul Morphy played knight to c3, bishop to f5, knight to e2, bishop takes knight, d takes on e5, f3, attacking the knight, g takes on f3, pawn takes pawn, bishop to g5, attacking the queen. And after this move, Henry Edward Bird played f6, attacking the bishop. And it looks like both pieces of Paul Morphy is under attack. So Henry Edward Bird is attacking the knight and also attacking the bishop. And at first it looks like Paul Morphy is in trouble. But Paul Morphy playing all of these moves with intention. So Paul Morphy knows what he is doing. And in this position Paul Morphy played e takes on f6, sacrificing the knight. But Henry Edward Bird didn't capture the knight, and he played queen to d6, a wise move. If f takes on e2, then queen takes on e2, that's check. And if king to d7, and here comes the very deep calculation of Paul Morphy. So Paul Morphy solved all of these variations. So let's say if king to d7, then bishop to d3 is a killer move. And if bishop takes bishop, then queen to e6, and that's checkmate. And if rook to e8, then bishop takes bishop, check, king to d6, bishop to e6, and white is winning, and also the knight is hanging. And let's say if king goes to f8, then we have bishop to h6, king to f7, queen takes knight, king to g8, f7, checkmate. So if king to f7, then queen takes on h5, check, bishop to g6, d6, check, king to f8, bishop to h6, king to e8, queen to e5, king to d7, queen to e6, king to c6, d7, king to c5, queen to d5, king to b6, queen to b5, and that's checkmate again. So black is losing, as you can see, after pawn takes knight. So that's why Henry Edward Bird didn't capture the knight, and he played queen to d6. And once again, Paul Morphy made his calculations, and he played queen to d4, sacrificing the knight. And this time, Henry Edward Bird captures the knight, f takes on e2. But then bishop takes on e2, attacking the knight. We have queen to g3, check. And Paul Morphy played king to d2. Well, if something like knight to g3, then bishop to f4. So queen to g3, king to d2. And after this move, Henry Edward Bird castled. And can you guess the next move of Paul Morphy? Paul Morphy played a very obvious move. So after that move, Henry Edward Bird resigned at move 18. Well, Paul Morphy played rook from a to g1, attacking the queen, and Henry Edward Bird resigned after this move. Wow, Paul Morphy crushed a very strong player like Henry Edward Bird in 18 moves. What an incredible performance by Paul Morphy. So if saving the queen, queen to d6, then we have bishop to f4, and that's check. That's a discovered check with the rook and also attacking the queen. So if, let's say, bishop to g6, defending with the bishop, of course, bishop takes queen. So well, as you can see, black is losing, obviously. So that's why after Paul Morphy played rook from a to g1, Henry Edward Bird resigned. And this game was also one of the most famous and iconic chess games of Paul Morphy ever in the database, in the archives. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.